and many clients that we've helped with putting sales scripts together. Okay? And this should be in a discovery call script and even a strategy session call script. Questions in terms of the framework. It's 7 buying beliefs every prospect must have. I've seen this work across the board. I've done thousands of sales calls in 8 years, right? Myself, without any salespeople. First is pain. They have to have a challenge. They have to have a pain, a problem. That's the first thing, right? That's the first buying belief is pain. The second buying belief is doubt. What does doubt mean? Doubt means they have to admit that they cannot solve their problem on their own. They have to say it on the call, right? So some of y'all that I've helped sales scripts before, y'all may see that I have that in the framework in terms of questioning. They have to admit that they cannot solve the problem on their own. If they just believe they can solve it on their own, they just get off. I can go do this myself. I don't really need you, right? They have to admit they cannot solve it on their own. The third pain point of buying belief, is cost. They have to believe the cost of doing nothing on the call is greater than the time and financial investment it takes to solve the problem. Okay? The fourth is desire. They have to have a compelling payoff that they're looking to get from getting their problem solved. And you have to identify that on the call. And a lot of times people don't go deep enough on what people are really looking to get from solving the problem. Compelling payoff, which is desire. The fourth one is desire. Compelling payoff. And I'm gonna give you an example real quick. So some people tell me on calls, I want to make $20,000 a month, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. Why do you want to make it? All right? Okay. 20, 30, 40, 50,000. Why do you want to make that? You want to go deeper into that. Right? I want to have more money to invest back into my business. Okay, why do you want to invest more back into your business? Right? Things of that nature. I want to be able to spend more time with my family as well, or whatever the case may be, right? Or do more for my family. Why do you want to do more for your family? That's what I mean by compelling payoff. The fifth buying belief, financial. They have to have the capital or access to the capital to invest to get the problem solved. Okay, so cash on hand, access to credit, access to, getting financial resources, some kind of way to solve the problem. The sixth buying belief is support. If they have a spouse, the spouse needs to be able to support them in the buying decision, or any stakeholders, right? So stakeholders could be, if you was dealing with, business to business, or who are stakeholders, right? Like for instance, I'm gonna give y'all an example. We got a potential client we're gonna do business with. She has a biotech company. She's having me speak to her CFO this week, right? I gotta sell her CFO on why they should work with us, right? Does that make sense? So stakeholders have to also be bought in. And the seventh one is trust. They have to trust in your said method or mechanism to help them solve the problem. Does that make sense? Right. What is our mechanism? You all see, right? It's a lot of automation. It's growing and scaling your business without paid advertising, right? That's what our mechanism is. So think about the mechanism for your particular business. They have to be bought in on that. If you check off all of those, a lot of times you will not get any objections at the end of the call. I will tell you this, right? If anything, if it is an objection, it may be logistics, which is logistics can be like, oh, I need to move some money around or something like that, right? But it's not gonna be like, let me think about it, let me pray about it, right? Let me go talk to, 30 people about it, let me go do this. Yeah, like you won't get all that type of stuff. I gotta sleep on it. Right. Do you have any guarantees? A lot of that stuff comes up because of uncertainty a lot of times, right? And it's something that has not been covered in that sales process that's causing uncertainty, right? So that's why you want to hit on those. Does that make sense?
Yes. So Gerald, while you validating that, if it's 7, and let's just say you know, you get down to the 7 and like 5 of them is just like, you like, nah. So, and I know this is 15 minutes. So at that point, what do? You just put them on like a call back later type of whatever, and just, you know, don't even waste your time. Because if out of 7 of them, you know, 5 are a hard no. Right. You know, at this point, you know, I know you've been doing this long enough. Like, you ain't finna play this.
Right, exactly. Yeah, if they just not qualified at all, like you say, missing 5 out of 7, then yeah, I mean, we'll put it in the CRM unqualified. Mm-hmm. That's what we'll mark them as, right? I don't even want salespeople following up with them in the future, you know, wasting their time. That's on our team, right?